Hello, hello. Ooh, it's a little bit wobbly, a little bit more messy in the background this time, but all acceptable. Thanks for coming along. Really sorry about yesterday. Can I get a light? Let's get this light on as well. Let's get extra light. Hang on. Yeah, hey, there we are. Some extra light on the go. Put that there. Whoop. There we are. Maybe making a hum actually. Let's move that. Okay. All professional all the time. Yes, I am. I am very sorry about yesterday. What happened was I underestimated how long it would take back to get back from York, and then because of the wind, the van was just like. And yeah, obviously then I got back about 8, but then I had to unload some things into the garage, and then I had to go to the office to unload the rest of the things. And then I had to go back here, and by that point I was at the tired and emotional stage and wanted to go straight to bed. So I'm glad I decided not to do it quite late last night, because it wouldn't have been very good anyway, because I was just extra dead. I've got the door open this time to see if the internet comes up the stairs or something. So yeah, that's fun. I've got some cool stuff to show you. I've got a ton of news from the week. If I didn't do it this evening, I wouldn't do it at all. And a bunch of you said you weren't around at 8, so I was nice and I've decided to do it a bit earlier. Also, Andy 2D6 show is at 8 o'clock, so I didn't want to compete with him in the ratings. So I've got a whole bunch. I've got a decaf coffee. I've been off work today because I was knackered, and I need to remember that I can actually have time off after a show because I've been working that weekend. I realised how out of anything I am, because I was travelling with another wargames company that kindly offered to take my things. My stand was on quite an easy pack-up setup, so I was at the minimum pain in the arse, basically. So I just had racks and minis. So it didn't take me long to sort of set up and take down, which was great. But because I'm nice and I was sharing, say, with these other folk, I had to take all of their. I didn't have to. I'd just be a bit of a dick if I didn't. Help them pack up, and their stuff was up for like 3 flights of stairs and really heavy. So I was being all like, I'll be fine, like I used to, and then realised I was absolutely knackered just from carrying some racks around. And then yeah, got back pretty late. So yeah, so I'm still very sleepy. I thought I'll not set an alarm and I'll see what happens in the morning. And woke up and just went, not today. No school for me today. But I had a very good day at Vapnartak, so I'll be talking a lot about that, about the new releases this week, the new things we've got in stock, Fernbruary, and many more. I've also got my haul of some more cool new stuff to show you. Oh, so sorry. Oh, boy, I am dead. This is my only show. That show yesterday, the only other show I have in the entirety of this year is June, and you can see why. They just kill me. I don't like having to get lifts off other companies. I need to get that. I need to get my own transport sorted, but I don't have the money to, so I'm in a bit of a catch-22. And it just absolutely knackers me on top of all that. So, and again, usually because I'm helping someone else will help me out by giving the lift, I then kind of overcompensate by helping them probably too much, and then just getting even more knackered. Like I was carrying racks of spray cans and stuff yesterday, and then realised that my body was broke. Got out the van and kind of just fell on the floor, pretty much. So yeah, I don't want to do too many shows this year. I had a nice break actually. Of recent not doing them. I'm really going to miss them because I had a wicked time at Vapnartak, and seeing people was really, really cool. But I just can't do it. I just like I'm always fighting that part of me that's just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do all the shows. We can rock this. And the actual physical limitation, physical and mental limitations, I think. So last week, I had a bit of a bad week in the brain. Everything's building up, getting me to that point of overwhelm. I didn't actually do much prep beforehand for the show because I was so convinced that I was going to end up freaking out and dropping out. So I went, I'll leave it till a bit later. And then it was only kind of Wednesday. It was only Wednesday-ish that I thought, oh crap, there's a show on Sunday. I need to actually do something about this. So sort of rushing around, getting it all, getting everything set up, which normally would have been really easy because all of that on the rack, it'd just be ready to go, just need top up. But because I'm not doing the shows at the moment, it's like setting up from scratch. And after Salutes, I was very ill, if you remember. I was ill and knackered. So I kind of just chucked everything away, not away, like down somewhere, not in any sort of order, which I'd planned to. So trying to find things and get everything all ready was quite a massive mission. So thanks very much to Mum. Mum came and helped on Wednesday and Thursday, getting things packed. And I was a bit grumpy at her, but she was very patient. She's used to me by now. So, but I could feel I was starting to slip a bit and going, it's not going to be good. But I got a nice early night on Friday. Got there in loads of time. Saturday, got set up, which was always nice. Booked myself somewhere that I hadn't stayed before. And the hostel was a hostel. It was wicked. It was well fancy. So I had a really chill evening the night before the show, which I think I needed. I think if I'd gone out and socialised, it might have pushed me over the edge. Because even just setting up, I was still getting I was still getting into a bit of a brain tangle by setting up the minis. So I was very tempted to go and see what socials were happening because there were a few people there that I didn't know were going to be there. And I thought, oh, I want to see them. Like, no, just stick to the plan. I brought my tablet. I brought a couple of books, and the hotel had Netflix. So that was the exciting thing. So I watched some films on Netflix, had a really nice burrito, and just chilled out. I sorted some of my notes out for the upcoming week and just did nothing. It was beautiful in this like enormous bed that was as wide as it was long. So I was lying sideways on it watching the telly. It was ace. But yeah, I needed that basically. And then it meant that Sunday I got again nice chilled, trying to not yawn. Nice chilled breakfast, sat with my coffee on my own, little breakfast place. Zen. So that was great. So it meant I actually got to have a little bit of a look around before the show opened as well. Show opened and I had a panic, as I do at every single show, because it didn't immediately. There's a huge queue of people, but it takes a little while for them to fully like swarm the building. So at the start, there's just a few people in, and I'm thinking, that's it, it's over. No one's going to buy anything. This is it. And then about 10 minutes later, it's just absolutely rammed with people buying things. I'm like, maybe one day I'll learn. I was talking to the trader on the next stand, the exact same thing. And she also was like, you should really know by now. Yeah, they do like the things. So that was really cool. Mum's train was late. So I roped my friend Gil. I don't know if he's in the chat. My friend Gil was going to come along anyway, so he got a message saying, come help. So that was the gentleman. If you were at the show, that was the chap that was on the stand in the morning, and he was ace. So thank you very much, Gil. He's somebody I've known since back in Warhammer tournament days, so that's cool. And he introduced me he's one of the York gang, so he introduced me to loads of those York folk over the course of the day, so that was really cool. So thanks very much, Gil. That was ace. The show was excellent. I've only just counted up the money, and it's a significant amount of money, so that's really cool. It's covered. It's covered Dave's vet bill. I'll get into that in a moment. But yeah, the show was really good, and it hit what I needed it to hit in terms, because I always have my own little goals. So I added it up and I went, ooh, it was down a little bit on what it normally is, but there were less people. But it was still really nicely just packed all day. I sold loads of colouring books. I still haven't officially released them on the website, which I've got one there to photograph to get it all up properly. But everybody I sold a colouring book to was a very small child, and they were really excited, and the parents were really thankful. And obviously the colouring book was quite a big investment, especially for something that I've not fully released yet. I've mostly given them away on that Kickstarter, and I sold quite a lot at Salute as well, but I need to get them out there a bit more. But that was really, really lovely, just seeing how happy it made people. And it's kind of got that thing that I wanted, where there's the whole something for everyone. So especially kids that are at shows and a little bit bored, it's just like a nice something else that's not just minis. So seeing their little faces was really, really, really cool. Had a lot of people say things like, she normally hates all this and I can't get her off your stand. Like, yes. So that was sort of like partners and kids that kind of just come along for the heck of it. And then they'd sort of seen my stand and gone, oh. So it was like watching live indoctrination into the hobby, which was really, really cool. Spoke to a whole bunch of just really lovely people. And so Gil, it was the first time Gil had sort of helped out before, and he said, everyone's really nice. Like, yeah, they are. At the start, I was a bit, because I got my new banner, which I had made for Salute, and it's got, it's like rainbow. It's not very discreet. Rainbow women stuff. But I did put, making war games for everyone. But there's a certain demographic of people that think everyone means not them. It's that sort of like, oh, it's all gone a bit woke. So I did see a few of them that sort of walked past, look at the banner, look at the stand, look at me, and either scowl or go, whatever next, and walk off. And I had a few of those quite early on. I was thinking, oh no. But yeah, obviously then it got flooded with really, 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 really cool people. So that's cool. So I guess they're kind of like, it's like a natural barrier that they're not going to get any closer, those sort of people. But I was thinking, I've got this a bit of a fear lately that I don't know if I and Bad Squiddo and all that mission is actually damaging Bad Squiddo scenics, because I think people see, when you're known for one sort of thing. So I'm known for female miniatures. People will sort of look at it and go, woman stuff. I'm like, I've got loads of scenics. Even if you don't want women models, I've still got all these scenics. But I don't know if how much of that's sort of in my head or how much it actually does make an impact. But that probably just means something like I need to take a bigger scenics banner. But Vapnartak, I only have a little stand, so it's not so, it's not so much of a worry, because I can't fit much in there. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to fit the banner in this time, but I did, so that was good. But yeah, I didn't feel like I sold as much of the scenics as I should have, because they normally go really well. But again, it's always a bit of a dice roll as to what people buy at shows. You can never tell what people are going to go for. I can't think off the top of my head. Lots of Soviets I remember selling. So yeah, Soviets were very popular. And fantasy, maybe. Oh, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. It's a decaf. I do have my agenda mug with me. What I really loved yesterday, just talking to loads of really interesting people. And meeting new faces good. So lots of regular faces, which is also good too. Katie got me 2 teas, I think. Thank you, Kate. And you got my mum to the station, so that's good. Thank you. Peter says those people don't deserve to own your scenics. I want their money though. Also, fun fact: you're a multinational distributor and manufacturer of hobby supplies. This is true, and very exciting. I think I said before, well, quite a lot of times, that shows are really good for validation, and I've been in a bit of a sulk lately. I think because I've been comparing myself to GW too much. I'm like, honey, they're not even on the same. They're way below you. But you sort of see all this lovely mega detail 3D design stuff, and then I had this crisis of like, oh, maybe I should be doing that. I'm like, no, because it's just a different thing, Annie. It's a different thing. And yeah, so thanks Heidi as well. So yeah, so it was really good to have lots of people just either saying directly to me like, this stuff is cool, or just watching them sort of discover it and then getting all excited. That was good. Oh, I saw loads of little animals, so that was a lot of the sort of partners and children demographic people buying, because there was lots of people saying, dolls, she's gonna make me paint this. Like, don't complain, don't complain, this is the first step in, you've got them. I got them for you. So lots of little guinea pigs and bunny models and things like that. And yeah, it's always really, really, really lovely seeing all the kids getting really excited by all the little critters and things I've got. So it's really cool. Especially when I've had a few where they've been looking for a specific historical figure because they've been doing a project on them at school or something, and I'm like, nee. So it's really cool. I just want to see some stuff. That's what I'll do. And thank you, come along. There's a decent amount of people. I was a bit worried that no one would come along. I was getting so stressed last night when I was in the van thinking, oh, I've postponed it and now I'm going to have to postpone it more, and I don't know, and maybe they're all going to leave. Like, and I couldn't edit the thing on my phone. So I'm glad that you came back today, because I did feel bad that there were people waiting from sort of 8 o'clock and all that. I haven't got all of my haul because it's at the office, because I got a lot of that. Thank you, people who bought me birthday things. I got a load of cake and sweets and all that sort of cool, goodies, and a few cards as well. So thank you very much. I've only got a little bit of the haul because I bought quite a few things actually. I went off in the afternoon when it got to the quiet bit, and yeah, I bought quite a bit for Squiddo, mostly terrain sort of things. I met this guy and I believe his partner, who were very nice. If you check them out, yeah, they've got a website on there. They're a new company and it's post-apocalyptic things, but they're very fun and I liked it. So I had a nice chat with them. And I got some, I haven't got them here, but I got some protests. There are some protest women with different arm choices. And one's got like the down with this sort of thing banner. So I bought them, and I don't know what I'm going to get them to say yet. I feel like I should put a variety of things on there, such as you know, like down with guinea pigs and putting them near my guinea pigs or something. So they were cool. So yeah, go check out MEP. Yeah, it's not M&P, it's just MEP. MEP. I haven't got it here, but I bought, if you ever come to Sweden, I'll offer validation in person. Amazing, yes. I have been to Sweden a few years ago, a little bit more than a few years ago, to meet a bunch of you actually, and it was wicked, and I want to go back. And then Brexit and pandemics happened, but I definitely want to come back because it was ace, and I met loads of really nice people. Some real shield maidens and everything. I bought a land train off, I can't remember their company, that's at the office as well. Can't remember the name, I'm afraid. But they had a land train. You will be seeing it as I will be painting it up. But it's a big 28mm tanker thing with different parts. I've bought it to be a cool backdrop for some of the Ghosts of Gaia because it's a nice, like, some of them have flat platforms so you can be shooting off it and all that sort of thing. So that was a bit of an impulse buy right at the end, but I thought, that's going to be cool actually. Yeah, there's so many cool protest signs I could put. But before it opened, I'm afraid, sorry everyone, I went and cleared out Last Valley. Oh, if you're a regular on the sort of show scene in the UK, you'll be very aware of Last Valley. He's very much a show guy. I think he's got a Facebook page. But his stand's amazing. He always sells out by some point at midday or something because his stuff's wicked. And it's all handmade by him. And I normally forget and go a bit later in the day and all the good stuff's gone. So a lot of that where's my snake? That's all Last Valley stuff. So I went and got him before it opened, before any of you could get to it. I bought an allotment. Look at that! How cool is that? Obviously, my World War II are going to do something cool with this. It's just so cute. He said the allotments have been selling very well, so we had like 20 allotments on there, and they'd all gone by the time I got back, like later in the day. So allotment, I got. Let's see what else I got from him. A river. I really like this river. A bit fussy with rivers, but I saw this and went, yep. So it's just a shiny black, but it absolutely does the job. Nice and flat. And it's all really just things for my terrain to be, or like my minis and the Ristal Scenics to come in. So I kind of want to put some of the tentacles sort of like here, and we got someone attacking the tentacles. That'd look good, wouldn't it? So I've got a slab of river. I highly recommend this, by the way. So I'm pretty sure he's got a Facebook page, Last Valley Scenics, and he does custom things to order for you as well. I got a bend. Always got to get a bend, and I got another straight. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, just having the shine makes that good. And I got a crossover, what they call fjord, so they can be marching across there. So they can all go together. We got a little row. I'm getting my coffee. Got a little row there. I knew there'd be a Daniel comment there. I knew it. I was waiting. It was almost a setup at that point. Typical. So that's just like a backgroundy thing that could be good around the Dundergills, showing them all, chopping them up. So we've got that line. Just trying to get different shapes. Got this little cluster, copse, is it? Copse of trees. And it's shorter. The ones I've got off him last time were a bit bigger, so these are a bit shorter for the scenics. And again, it's all ready to go, and that's what I need because I'm not gonna do this so much. Oh, look, everyone's out. Everyone's a joker this evening. Blooming ratty. It's not a Ford, looks like a Vauxhall. Get you on. I've cultivated this behaviour. I got another line with some choppy bits. They're all very good background. I love that allotment. It's right in front of me there. And then I got a little tree. Little one. And these are quite good when you put them sideways as well, just to fill in space in the backdrops. I don't know what this is. I'm sure seasoned pros will tell me what it is. This stuff. And then the last thing where I kept looking at it and I went, yeah, I'm going to get that as well. Screw it. I got this. Way. So it's just a bigger piece. It's part of his big river, but I was telling him about what I was going to do with it. And I'll say, ooh, that's a good thumbnail pic. So yeah, I was saying about how I can imagine my minis sort of fighting over this, and maybe some things coming out of the river, and how it's all about the different depth of field in the photos as well. So I went, yeah, I'm going to treat myself to that too. So I got all those straight away. So cool. So cool. I'm sure I'm going to get more of that as well, especially when I get back to gaming as well. They're very useful. Lots of games. What else did I buy? I bought some. Hello, Sida. You'll be glad that I'm not doing it at 8 o'clock. I was tempted, and I was going to go head to head with Andy, but he'll take all my viewers if I do 8 o'clock. I'm just going to plug this in so it doesn't go weird. I did schedule a post for Sunday morning, which you might have noticed. So at least it wasn't entirely dead around here. Because I've been releasing those look inside videos. How would you feel about them? You've been enjoying them. So was it last Saturday? Awesome. Yeah, last weekend I did a whole weekend working here, didn't I? So all of the look inside videos are slowly sort of dribbling out through the channel now. So you've got sort of a daily video through that. I've got some more to upload as well. So that's really cool. I want to do some more bits. Hello, Jasper. You hear those? That's good. That's good. I can still do a while. I've been in a weird mood today, so it's nice actually just being here having a little chat. Still got a whole bunch of things to chat about. So yeah, the look inside videos, some of them have been getting quite good. I probably need to up the quality of them because I know that they're not the best, especially when I move the camera and it goes I'm like, oh, I need to just use a mic with them. But it's that getting it done. The being done's better than perfect. Oh, I sold some dragon fossils at the show yesterday, and it was really cool to be able to show people them, and they go, "Whoa, they are big!" Yep, they are. So yeah, it's a roundup for Vapnartak. It was wicked. It was busy. It wasn't as busy as normal, but it was still busy, considering the show is like one of the best ones. And a sign that I like the show is that I'm doing 2 this year, and one of them is Expo purely because it's massive, and I need to trying to reach more people, and there's a bit of a different audience there. So that's an entirely business choice. And Vapnartak is partly business because it's good for money. It's a good show. But it's one that I really enjoy as well. So that's why that was chosen as the only other show that I was going to do. And because it's my birthday Wednesday, so we're in between my 2 birthdays at the moment because I had my Vapnartak birthday yesterday. And I was telling everyone about the plight of Dave, which I will go into now. I'm just going to have a coffee. Boop. And stop monologuing. I love these. How cool. He just makes them all. He's a machine. Just there toiling away between each show. He must have a whole board set up and he just plows them out. It's amazing. Guest star of the glove. Yes, glove. The glove is there. So Dave, guinea pig Dave, has been ill, which I've mentioned before. Oh boy. So I ended up taking him to the vet Tuesday and Wednesday. And then they wanted me back in again on Thursday. I'm like, I can't just be running Dave around. He went to 3 different vets. The last one, there's no specialist vet for guinea pigs in Nottingham. But I did eventually find an exotics vet, and to be able to get that certificate, they have to know X amount about guinea pigs. I'll just very briefly interrupt my train of thought. Jez said, "What's the glove about?" It's to hide my thumb. I know it freaks Andreas out, so I don't want to get too close with it. It's the thumb that I jammed in the door. When there's lots of close-ups when I'm showing things off, it doesn't look very nice. So I've got this suave glove because it's going to take some time because it's all growing bad. And I did not as bad, but I lightly jammed it in the van yesterday as well, just to make it even worse. Yeah, Dave Guinea Pig has had some sort of kidney issue thing. It's always frustrating when there's no guinea. We had 2 exotic vets. Don't worry. I'll try and keep it brief. Yeah, good old Dave. He was in a lot of pain when he was weeing, and it's just not a nice thing to witness because I kept thinking, oh lad, that's not nice at all. He's just going, I was like, oh, little Dave. I was pretty sure it was kidney stones. So it's frustrating when they're not really doing anything. Leave that thumb alone. They're always hanging off though, aren't they, fingers? They're always getting in the way. I probably need to wear mittens or something. So yeah, the last vet went and did a load of tests. He was really good with them. I think he's going to become my permanent vet for all my pigs, which is handy to know. Slightly nearer than the last vet because they're always miles away. The last one, he said, "I'm going to do all this stuff. Is that okay?" And I said, "Yep." And he said, "I'll just go get a quote for you." I went, "No worries." He came back and said about £650. all my years of guinea pigs, I've never had a one-off bill that's that expensive or that expensive with no operation. He's still not been operated on. So Dave has now cost me over £1,000 with the last week, well, a bit over a week, costing me £860 in total, which I don't really have. It's the first month of Andy not being here, so I haven't got Andy's rent. My rent has gone up by £75, and loads of bills have just had to go out. So I'm absolutely broke. And that was great. That was a really good time. I was paying for it thinking, please don't bounce, please don't bounce. And oh, that just reminded me, I've got my little tiara, but it's downstairs. Oh, $6 million pig. And they don't know what's wrong with him. They couldn't find any stones. They're not sure if there's something wrong with his kidney, but they said that he might have had an issue that he hasn't got anymore. So I'm just keeping my eye on him. He's on some different painkillers, and he seems okay at the moment. I'm waiting back. They should be calling tomorrow with his blood test results. He had so many scans, and at first I was like, oh, 650. I look at the breakdown because I always get the breakdown of all the. I always get a breakdown after the vets. Yes, the list of all the things. And I'm like, can't really complain about any of these because it's all justifiable, because it's just expensive, because it's things like X-rays, and to do a guinea pig X-ray they have to go under anaesthetic. And the biggest bit that made me go ooh was the £100 VAT at the end of it. I'm like, why is there VAT? Why is there VAT on this? So yeah, that was a bit of a ooh, and obviously not happy spending that amount of money. Have to, because I will always do that for my guinea pigs. I will sell anything to make sure that they get all of their care, because I love them. But it got me in a bit of a grump because it had the week was I've got so much to do as always, but even more so much to do, and I had a small taster of what it must be like to have kids. So people with kids have even more respect now, so much more respect. So it's that whole like, I want to do this thing, but now I'm being distracted, and have to go everywhere, and I can't focus on the thing because it just took up my entire brain. So yeah, that was frustrating, especially when they wanted me to come in again because one of the tests they weren't able to do. Like, no, it's going to be next week. So if he's all right at the moment, he can wait for that one other test. Pirate Gamer, how's Vapor? I enjoyed it, but almost had a massive anxiety attack. So glad my friend whose child on his back was there for me. Oh no, I'm glad that you did not. Was that because of the crowds of people, or just a random thing? But yeah, I'm glad that your friend helped you out. I do remember the friend. I'm afraid I don't remember you, unless you tell me who you are anyway, unless you're a pirate. But I do remember seeing the child rucksack and thinking, that's the way to go. That is the way to get around, definitely. I was very jealous of that. I'd quite like to be a human backpack, I think. But yes, Vapnartak, if you watch this back afterwards, I've been talking about how awesome Vapnartak was. But yeah, I can imagine it being quite unsettling, because there were points where it was really crammed, because it's just how it is. There's the cram bits and then it goes a bit quieter, but yeah, it was ace. So yeah, I'll just drink my coffee and I'll go into next beat. Oh, my phone is beeping. Need a sign and a Squiddo hat. What was I talking about? Dave, yes. So Dave Pig is currently okay. Thanks very much to Andy and Susie, and they came and helped give Dave his drugs and give them some food and things whilst I was at the show. So that was good. Yes. So yeah, Dave Pig costing me a fortune, basically. So yes, if you were pondering buying anything, I was kind of milking it yesterday on my guinea pigs cost me loads of money and it's my birthday, so please buy things. A good chance to buy things because I have a whole load of new releases. That finally, I've done it. Mighty Lancer were the company I was talking about last week when I said I sent someone some stock that wasn't released yet. And I saw them at the show and said, I'm sorry I sent you stock from the future. So they'll be adding them to their website now. I said they're up there and there's painted pictures and things. So yeah, Mighty Lancer have got all the new things. I think all the new things, if not most of them. So if you need those, you can go to Mighty Lancer as well. And it was nice to see them. Who else did I chat to? Very briefly, mostly. I chatted to Early War that I was next to. He was as Ginger Nuts. Dave Lanchester, one of my favourites. He's the bookman. He's been really lovely to me since I started trading. He's very funny, so he's on the next stand. So Crooked Dice, Northumbrian Tin Soldier, Great Escape Games, Gripping Beast, who I didn't expect to see. They got a mega hug. Wall Bases, so there was MEP. What did I see? There was loads. Yeah, it was really good. It's nice to see fellow traders that I haven't seen for a long time, to see how they've all been getting on. So that's really good. And especially when they stock my things like Mighty Lancer, it's always good to have a little check-in. So that was cool. So what we got there? Oh. Yeah, I was a bit panicked at the start because it was just that, like, not used to shows. But no, I had a wicked time. I was on form. So Gil helped. Mum got here about midday. Mum got punched on a bus on the way over, so that was fun. She had to get a bus and a train here, and as she was getting off a bus, this guy punched her in the side, like on purpose, punched her. So that sucked. Yeah, she's okay. I think she was just a bit shocked. So I don't know if anything's happening about that. I don't think it was Market Harborough. So poor thing. She got here late. I think she got rained on, punched. Poor thing. So yeah, she's not here. I don't think she's here. Yes, because she's up north, so she won't be watching this. She's gone on to Darlington after the show, which I'm just going to turn this phone off because I think there's a group chat going on that's causing all this beeping. Let me turn you off. So yeah, so she's up in Darlington at the moment seeing her sister. So she's not about on here, but yeah, she was wicked at helping them out. So yeah, that sucked. What else? New dragons I've written. Yes. So the Archon Studio Dragons. There's one more. I can't remember what he's called. It's got a big old name. That dragon I will have in the shop this week. So that one goes down in Market Harborough. No, I'll double check. She's so blasé. I'm like, Mum, did you not report it? It's like, bloody got punched. But yeah, I'll see what's happening with it when she gets back. So yeah, new dragons. Well, one new dragon, and I'll have the animal companions back in stock as well. So I'll get them off North Star this week. Plants. Those plants from Gamers Grass. They have lit my shop up like wildfire. Thank you for buying them. I meant to have some here to show you. I might do some little videos showing them off. And what was the brain? My brain's not here. It's never here. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, we've been stocking the new plants from Gamers Grass, who do all of the tufts as well. And they're so cool. It's like a plasticized paper. So it's like it's got just a little coating on each side. So it feels a bit like magazine paper, but a bit thicker, but it stays when you bend it. So it's stronger than if it was paper. And you just bend them up into the plants. And I bought more than I thought I could afford. Because as I do occasionally, smarts, like those dragons, occasionally I see something and go, that is going to go wild. I am in. Get me them. I need them. Especially when they're from overseas, because it means that I can distribute her out and then no one else has got them. So I bought a lot of plants, and then I sold a lot of plants, and then I got a few more plants. So there are some more in stock. So I would recommend getting them, because after this lot, the distributor has to wait till they get more from Portugal, because that's how much of a big hit they've been. And it's all different house plants and wild plants and all this, and they are really nice. I've played with the snake plant, and it looks really nice. Haven't even got, other than that, I haven't got any for myself yet, because you've all bought them. There are ferns, and the ferns, they're what, bracken. I think I'm sold out again of the bracken, but there will be some more. There's bracken and dry bracken, and they've been the biggest winners, because they look so cool, and they've got so much use as well, so many different things. So we've had plant mania this week, well, last week. And because I've put loads of new releases up, like his arms fell off because I only blue tacked it on, but like this boy, this is the see, you will get the unfiltered, you get the grot farm on there. But yeah, this is the nature elemental. Loads of naturey things have been released. Like got the stump turtle as well. Yeah. So I decided to try and encourage people to buy some of the new things. There's a thing on the website called Fernbruary, which rolls off the tongue, that I think you'll find. I was telling people about the show, and they're like, what will you do next? Fernbruary. So there's a section on the website. So all of February, it's about 10% off a whole bunch of the sort of naturey things we've got. So I think some of the little critters as well have got the saving, and even the fossil skeleton, the dragon fossil, which isn't really in the fern bit, but I snuck it in there. So it's almost like a, not pre-order price because it's out now, but I get an early price. So if you're eyeing up that dragon, it's got 10% off on it at the moment, which nice. And just loads of little nature things, because I thought it'd be really cool to buy. So I really want a bit of time, because I want to paint this guy up. Although it doesn't have to be a guy. For some reason, all my monsters and animals, I end up manning them. But I want to paint this. Again, remember his arms fell off. You can see the ball and socket joint there. I just blue tack it on. But this painted, some tufts in there, especially in like the armpits and things. And then I want to put some of those new plants, sort of like just the odd monstera sort of like coming out of there, and I think it'd look really cool. And I want you to do that too, which is why I've put that Fernbruary sale on, to encourage you to sort of get these and try some of those new plants or tufts out. So yeah, you should do that. Do it. Because I like doing random special. It doesn't feel like a sale, because when it's like clusters of things, but it's a bit like I did a spooky season sale deal thing with the same sort of thing. I quite like that, where it's just little clusters of bits to sort of, especially because the range is so big as well, it means it can just be like a bit of spotlight on a particular thing. So all of February, keep an eye on that little section on the website, Fernbruary, and buy the things for Dave. Do it for Dave. He is so cute. They shaved his belly, and I don't really do the childlike talking thing. I normally talk to my guinea pigs like they're normal humans most of the time, but when I found out that I picked Dave up, and it just hadn't crossed my mind that they'd shave him, and my reaction when I picked him up and felt his belly was, "Oh, they've shaved your belly, boo." So now every time I pick him up, I go, "Oh, little belly boo." So he's got this, you can see his guinea pig nipples, and he's got a little, like, if you go to the side of him, I need to put a picture up, he's just got this square shaved like that. It looks really funny. It's called little shaved belly boo. So he's on different food at the moment. He has to have extra greens, which is nice because it's an excuse to get him out more, because it stops the others all eating them. So I have to put him on my lap and kind of just force feed him all the greens. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so full." I'm like, "Come on, get some more greens." So yeah, Dave's little bold belly boo. So cute. So as much as I was like, guinea pigs, why are they just take all my money, but they are very cute, and I like them. I like guinea pigs. I know this is the whoa hot newsflash. Annie likes guinea pigs. It's true. It is true. I know I've kept it a secret this whole time. I extra like they're all rescues. I'll only ever get rescues, and rescues, and then I think Dave's lucked out pretty damn well. They've all lucked out pretty well, especially as he had before he got to the rescue and then got to me. His eyes were all scabbed and infected and all this, so he's got like an ongoing eye issue, so I have to lube his eyes up every day. He gets all the action because he had to have some operations on his eyes before I even got him. So he said, I occasionally message the rescue and say, you got me another faulty guinea pig, didn't you? It's faulty. I need what's it, like a money back guarantee. Give him back. Nope, he's all faulty. So it has been a very Dave-centric week, going back and forth, but that's what you do. And yeah, it's just a very small snippet, I imagine, of all you people with kids having to go pick them up and take them up. It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm nicely selfish. So what have we got through on here? I think I've gone through all of the things. I had that big freak out at Salute. I know a bunch of you witnessed this. It was very not nice. I can laugh about it now. I went into a bit of a meltdown at the start of Salute because my card reader wasn't working, and it just pushed me over the edge. So I got a bunch of messages before this going, make sure the card reader works. Like, yep. So that was really nice, being in the hotel and just watching. I watched Don't Look Up, and it's really good, but I kind of regret it. Thought it's my chill, and I'm just getting annoyed at people in this film. But it was good, and I watched something chirpy afterwards. But yeah, having to sort of do some bits while the telly was on, which is what I should have done at Salute. But I went in the bar instead, which is a mistake I make every year. But yeah, I was testing the card reader out. I got one for Salute, which is wicked. Where you might have noticed if you were at the show. Normally, when we do card readings, it's like the phone, the machine. This is a machine, just does it. So I only have to hold one thing. It's amazing. I took the label maker to the show. because that's who I am. I took that new label maker, and then someone needed to borrow it. I was showing them it, and they were saying, "How, why have you brought a label maker?" For the girl who makes labels on the go. And then they needed a label. So I was like, what do you want? I can do this. Let us make the labels. So you may have seen some Annie labels around the show with my lovely little label print. So I was like, you mock now, but come crawling back for the label. That's what you do. Lash getting annoyed at people in the movie who represent the actions of real people. Yeah. Just going, this is so raging. But I did enjoy it, so that was good. And I don't watch films very much. I notice when I do actually socialise, people kind of go, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I say no to pretty much all of it, because I don't watch very many things. But when I do, I watch something that I've seen 50 times. Got to be in a really specific mood to watch something new. It doesn't happen very much. But because it was like, yes, I'm here, there's no distractions, let's watch a film. So I watched a thing that people are talking about. Yes. I got there. I didn't just put the same thing on again. I have seen The Village. I did enjoy that. I know lots of people didn't, but I did. But I saw it as a child, so I was less critical, like lots of things. I started watching, I watched when was it? Last Saturday when I watched The Phantom Menace when I was doing some work. And then when me and Mum were packing for the show, we put Attack of the Clones on, just so we listened. I didn't put the screen up, but we were just listening to Attack of the Clones whilst we were packing for the show. So now I'm going to have to watch Revenge of the Sith, aren't I? No. Dave Corley saying a film is good. There's a lot of revelations coming out in this episode. Woo! Holy moly. Yeah, I need to watch more things. I did almost start... no spoilers, Dave. People might not have seen it. I did almost start watching Snow... It was like Snow Train, Snow Ripper. But I was multitasking and I couldn't focus on it. But it seemed quite cool. So I might actually go back and watch that. But yeah, I don't watch much. And then I feel like I'm a... what's it? Like I'm like, oh, I don't watch much. I'm like, yeah, I do. I just watch the same things a million times. Daniel says, shared pop culture experience, very easy way to socialise with people you don't quite know. It's sort of like the weather. It is. So in the past, I thought maybe I should get into football because that's the thing where it's like no matter what country you're from, a lot of people will sort of go, the sport, eh? And then there's that instant thing because I'm just in this little world. When I'm with others, non-war game people, I have nothing to talk about. So it's just like, oh, all the things I know are war game related. So it's nice to have something that I can sort of chat to people about. So I try. Snowpiercer, yes, that's the one. The other thing is that I've barely seen any of the Marvel films, and I was feel left out with the geeks then as well. So maybe I should watch more things to be relevant. There we go. And Snowpiercer's got my guy in it. Charmaine, yes. Just to go watch ice hockey. There's a team in Nottingham, I think. I have recently been invited to watch some ice hockey, so I may. I don't have much else before I go. What else do I have to add? This week, what am I doing this week? I don't know. Trying to not endlessly be at the vets, I think. My garage door is finally fixed. Yes. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this week. I hope I actually get back to it. I've been a bit in a grump, and I was starting to get a bit like, oh no, I'm going to be terrible on the show. But it's been a fun show, so I'm glad I've done it. Because yeah, I was just being a bit grumpy. I think sleepy, grumpy. Slept too much, and now I'm in like a kind of can't be arsed mode. So I don't know what I'll do the rest of the day. Maybe I'll watch Snowpiercer. So thank you everyone who came to the show. It was really good. It was really cool. Before you go, Katie, there's been discussion of me going to Hammerhead on a motorbike. So that may happen. That's currently in the works. I'm sure you will be roped into some sort of prep. I'm being measured up for motorbike equipment things. It's going to be interesting, to be sure. That explains his comments. So that'll be interesting. That'll definitely be interesting. Motorbike Annie. Daniel says, there's no shame in having had other things to do. My go-to if someone says no, it's that's what the last thing they read that made them go, ooh, interesting. Yeah, it's true. I just realised when I'm in a non-war game thing that I don't have much to talk about. As you know by now, I can talk for hours. But if somebody else doesn't start the conversation or I haven't got a really good in, I'm absolutely useless. I am the person that's just sort of stood there. See you, Katie. I do struggle a lot with social thingies. It just so happens that I'm in my element in war games, so it's less obvious because I can always find something to talk about with war gamers. Thanks for coming, Wicker Man. You were one of the people that made me go, oh, I'll change the time and do it a bit earlier. So glad you could come along. I'll see you all throughout the week. I might be filming some cringe-worthy TikToks, so if you're on the TikTok, if you see anything awful, it's just me trying to be cool down with the kids. I've been looking at other wargame TikToks to see what's cool, and I have no idea. I have no idea. So there'll probably be some cringe-worthy thingums. So yeah, thanks everyone. That was at the show, or here or wherever. But yeah, Vapnartak was wicked, and everyone I spoke to was lovely. Didn't speak to anyone horrible or weird. Or weird in a bad way. Lots of good weirdos, but you know, that's accepted. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Anyone who missed the start, you'll be able to go back to the thing and watch it. And yeah, I'm gonna film blatant TikTok falsehoods. Oh, thank you, Daniel, Jonathan, and everyone who's been saying nice things. So it is my birthday on Wednesday, so I'll be milking that, no doubt, and putting the little "please buy from my website to help with days money" thing. And then the next big thing will be cracking on with community minis, which I've been talking with the sculptor about and the artist, and we're going to get some real movement on that, which is going to be wicked. And I've got some new sculpts coming in the week. There's loads. Yes. Dave, I'll send you a message after this. Sweet. Goodbye. Thank you all. Bye. And bye.